So that's why if you come on Mayegun's diary political and you begin to see that Mayegun, you are not criticizing. Number one, there is no point in criticizing somebody that is not contributing to what you are facing right now. Imagine people having to want to like have opinion about what Obi would do or would not do, or what he didn't do in Anambra, and they are under Tiknubu right now. Do you understand that kind of a thing? Eh? So that's why when you come on to Mayegun's diary political, it's not because we interested in your Shelu per se, but here we are. Yeah. And all those ones, like, when we were younger, it's this song. In fact, it's like a folklore, right? Kẹ́yìn lè jà kémi lè kẹ́yìn lè jà kémi lè wòran èṣù pákó sí. Because in the process, it will affect a lot of other things, right? It will affect a lot of other things. The moment this establishment is dislodged by the angry people who are tired and done for, like they are done, a lot of things will happen. A lot of things, including deciding if you still want to keep this contraption or not. And it's almost getting there. So that is why, when you see me advise you to please use your number or use your stand to push and ensure that some certain things actually are done before you participate in their charade. I'm just trying to be kind of nice. It doesn't really matter. Because whether we like it or not, eventually you're all probably going to still go out there, put poster up. You're already doing it. Everybody's already preparing for your 2027, right? But my own is that if they rig you, because they will rig you, what are you going to do? Here is what Obi told his Obidients in Abuja today. Because like I said, they wrote a book, and the book is called the political journey or something of Obi, right? Now, in that book, like I said, they pray during and post 2023, which they claim that they have learned their lesson. The fake results published by Yakubu is also part of the book where Peter Obi or Obi, the political change agent. That's the name of the book. Obi, the political change agent. Now, in that is to ensure that their his own young supporters have the deeper understanding of what is happening and what is expected of them, including mobilizing this time around their own young, old representatives in 774 local government areas. They are now saying anybody who says the vote won't count, we will count them. We will together get rid of them. Now, they are talking about building a structure that, will be filled with these millions of disobedience. It will come to nothing if they break bottle and be they shoot gun, everybody run away, or they chase all of you out of a collation center and the rest of that. It will be of no use. They said, no, it's not going to happen again. How? I don't know. Well, listen to Obi at the event. Sorry about the audio, by the way.
Nigeria, we're not at war. Nigerians are in refugee camp in their own country. Nigerians are refugees in Chad. Nigerians are refugees in Cameroon. And we are not at war. The only reason is that we don't have a government who cares for the people. People are being killed daily. Nobody goes to say to them, we're sorry. Nobody visits them. Nobody cares. All you get in Nigeria is that some people are rich so they can afford to celebrate. We're not going to where we're going to do celebration, close streets, do this and everything. So please continue to sacrifice. That's all I can beg you. Continue to do what is possible in your own little way to support. People are being killed every day. Nigerians are dying every day. what we are doing is to use the resources. I visited so many primary health care where there's no toilet, where there's no nothing. All we are doing is to use resources to build, renovate house, renovate building, build mansion, do this and everything. That's all we are doing. They make you local government chairman. They make you governor. They make you president. Why is all you want to do? Is to renovate a house that doesn't need renovation. So you'll be more comfortable. At the expense of other people. If you go and do conference center in a place where women are dying, and so you saw the report by the latest report that the worst place to give birth is in Nigeria. People are dying every 7 minutes. Yes, we have all sophisticated building, all mansions, and that is what we want to dismantle, so that it will be good for everybody. I'm only thanking you people for your commitment, staying on, and assuring you people that if we work together, we can do them. Go back to your villages and tell them that what we have today, we must gang up to remove this, because it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. People will come as usual with grammar, telling you story. Please ask about their background. Ask who they are. If they say they serve anywhere, ask them how did they do it? What did they do? So that we will know how we can fix this country and make it work. So I give you everybody once more. It is not a day of making too much speech. I just thank those who are here, who participated in launching the book, the civic letter. I thank all of you for being around. Maybe one of these days we'll continue our politics. But remember, go back and keep telling people, today we have a system that does not care for you, does not care for anybody. Anybody who tells you that the government today is caring for you, or that all those big men are caring for you, is not true. Otherwise, we have millions who are not in school. Otherwise, we don't have millions. We don't know where next meal will come from. Otherwise, we have, like you've seen in some of the things I've mentioned here, that every country, those in government are richer than those in business, is producing poverty. Because a simple definition of money is that it's the exchange of value. So when people are corrupt and stealing money, they're not giving any value back. So they are producing poverty. So we must use our money to purchase value. That is what we are lacking now. And that is why you have people say to me, oh, you said you're going to progress or devalue the currency or do this or say, well, listen, in an organized manner. Because if you remove illicit money and the criminal money around, you will be able to get the value at the right space. But because everybody is stealing, pursuing the same dollar, nobody knows the rate. If I have stolen 1 million naira and I go to buy dollar, will I think about the rate? No. Because Nigeria were not at war.
So, directly to his own supporters, by the way, right? Let me give you the idea of what they have announced so far, right? So they said they are building their Obidients representative, which is like they are not just they are actually representative for what is still to come. That's your 2027. All right. And somebody said, oh, people that once they bring Tinubu's money now, some of them will collect it and come on. You see, that's the problem. Right? The reason why some of these guys actually hated these obedient people is because a lot of these guys supported this Tinubu and others, PDP, APC. These are normal political jobbers, data boys. Majority of them, after attaining social media status, the next line is to become special advisor, personal assistant, or social media advisor to any politician in their party. So they always aspire. That's their, and of course, because they see those who get those appointments because they are so active on social media that. So whenever election is coming, some of them are always hanging around, waiting for, their party to give them money or the candidate to send money to them before they will begin to promote that person. Because if they don't give them money, they will start promoting somebody else. It is always like that. But you, the Obidients, came and they started screaming, we know they give shishi, we know they give shishi. And guess what people said? It just be a waste of time. You know they give shishi, you know they give shishi. So do you really think some of you are just so unsure because you think social media is real life, Abby? But they have done it. They have proven it. One of the things that possibly got them so unsure, I want to say that, maybe unsure if they should actually take on the establishment or not, is they themselves said they identify some of their own shortcomings. I mean, they were not represented in all the polling units across the country. They were not represented in almost 1/3 of the entire country, or if not 2/3, right? So that in itself is one argument against them. I say, how could they win when you don't have representatives? So where they did have their own representatives, right? Do you think they were not offered money? But eventually, it became so hard for the establishment to even rig the election that they had to mess the entire thing up. That makes Tinubu today illegitimate president. You get that? So if you sit there and you look at them, for instance, you look at him and you're like, look at this, so this one won't challenge Tinubu. Well, I'm going to believe that you have not learned anything. You probably have a very, very thick skull that you can't really learn anything. Don't get me wrong, because you can't sit there. Look at these people who have who have made Nigeria and so who have made Tinubu and his illegitimate regime almost unpopular. Don't take that away from them. Since 2022, when the Obidients and Peter Obi and his people have been featuring in this geopolitical conversation, they have been at the top of every conversation every day for more than 3 years now. So don't sit there and just talk down and be like, it's not going anywhere. That's so easy to say. It's very all right if you probably don't like him, or sure you get. Me, I don't like what they are doing. But sometimes I just feel like, Baba, somebody needs to do something. Something needs to be happening. If you actually expect a spark that is eventually going to possibly alter the entire fake and rotten system, something needs to be happening. A lot needs to be happening, but one of them is meant to spark. People were putting their own money. They made it so hard for people who have been running criminal enterprise for so long. A year, 1 year, money, 1 year gathering. And Yakubu had to allocate 6 million votes to them. Do you think 6 million votes is like? So don't sit down there and look at him the same way you see his voice, Adobe. Oh, his voice is like a feminist voice. His voice is like a woman voice. Look at this one. I can't even hear what he's saying. Oh, he's wasting his time. 2023 will not be like 2027. It's because you are among those people who wrote them up in 2023, and you are still writing them up right now. Me, I'm not writing them up. You see, but one thing I'm sure that you may be right, and that is a rigged and rotten system will continue to stop them. And that's exactly what we want to happen. They are putting the structure in place right now, right? Building their own team. And if they say they are building their team, and you can take this to the bank, they are not perfect, you will say, right? Every one of them or around them knows that it's not actually for the immediate gratification. That's a good thing. So meaning, if they put together their representatives in 774 local government areas, and out of 774 local government areas, let's say 200 local government areas, right? Representatives in 200 local government areas sold out. That itself is not even up to 1/3 of the entire thing. So what that means is that if there is if they can put together the evidence of them being rigged, they have the number to shut the country down. So you may not be laughing then, and your Tinubu may not be strategic then. But until then, please don't count your chicken while you still have the eggs. Don't kind of write them off the way you did the last time. Because they themselves are saying now that it is going to have to be violence for violence, but if you want to start violence for violence with people who are coming for you, you first need to certify who are with me. Raise up your hand. I think they have that.
Because for me, it's still part of the feeling that I have. So take it, give me any exchange. But if I'm going to exchange the value, I'll ask, if I buy dollar this, will I be able to turn it around? But we have huge illicit money pursuing the dollar. So the rate is irrelevant. And that is what we want to dismantle, so that it will work. They remove fuel subsidy. They say, oh, Peter, I will remove it. But I have said consistently that I have first remove the criminality in the subsidy. Because if you remove the criminality, today fuel that between 500, 600, and dollar have not risen to be above 1,000. And from there, when you start production, it start coming down. It's a simple thing. It has happened in Angola. It has happened in Angola. It's actually happening in Ghana now. If you follow Ghana, by December, their money was 14 plus something to the dollar. Today it's about 10 something. Because they're now beginning to see a transparent government. That's how exchange is, it's confidence. But when you have illicit money, stolen money, chasing it, it will not work. And that's what we want to dismantle. So I thank all of you for being part of Ike's book. This is not me. I haven't written any book because by the time I write my own, I would have finished all this and start telling people how we go from Abuja to Kafanchan to this. Because all these people are not moving around. We now have a system that is totally unproductive. I was telling somebody in a car who was driving to Kafanchan, I said, to tell you how, whether this country is producing anything or not, let's mark the number of trailers we pass on the road. Ask Sanko them. He didn't pass any trailer. I said, so, you don't have rail. The trailers are not passing carrying goods. That shows an unproductive country. Because every other country, you see trucks carrying goods. But we didn't need trucks carrying goods. We didn't see rail carrying goods. Then this rain, when people say Korean masters, I disagree. The problem is Nigerian masters. Korean masters came here and built rails to Kafanchan for ginger. We destroyed it. We built rails for Kanu, rails to Medugri. Every year rail went before was source of agricultural product or manufactured product. We just shut it down because we're taking granite from Kanu. So where those rails? They are not there. Trailers are not there. We are now hungry. And every day, people are begging for food. But we have land. Every day, land all over the place. So I thank all of you for being part of this. Let us continue to sacrifice. There's no shortcut to it. If we use shortcut, we will not get there. It is sacrifice. You see it every day. We must